back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Grace and this is my channel where I talk about life, faith, health, relationship, motherhood, family life, mental health, food, and everything in between. You name it, I talk about it. Today we'll be talking about the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2022. So depending on what time you guys will be watching this video, it could be the 1st of January or the 31st of December. What a year it's been. 2021 was the aftermath of the pandemic. We came out of our lockdowns in 2020, so in 2021 we just really tried to, move on. It's that year. It's the year where we got used to our lives as they've now become. But at the same time, it's that year where we're not really sure, like, is it over? Is it not over? Is it gonna come back? Are we still gonna go back to lockdowns? It's like we're all over the place. But before I even go into saying anything, I just want to tell you guys, like, if you're watching right now and you're here and you're about to go into the year 2022 as well, God willing, because I'm hopeful that we all will go into 2022. You've made it. You are amazing. You're stronger than you think you are. You can do it. Don't let anything tell you otherwise. Now, moving on. What I really want to talk about today is the lessons learned from 2021 and the goals, the dreams, the plans, the improvements that need to be made for 2022. So, honestly, 2021, 2020, full of lessons. 2019, 2020, I feel like I didn't really have time to analyze my thoughts and figure out what my lessons were because we were in a pandemic, so we were more concerned with being alive and surviving and making it. 2021 is when I was really able to sit down, look back, and actually make a list of all the lessons learned and decide what I want to do moving forward with my life and all of that. So, lesson number 1, tough times do not outlast tough people. That's the main lesson, guys. Listen, if I was told that there was going to be a pandemic where everything would shut down, the world would shut down, because literally the world would shut down, and we will go through that pandemic and still come out of it and continue. Actually, people come out of the pandemic with new trades, with new hobbies, with new side hustles, and I'm like, okay, I see you guys. We actually went into this thing not knowing what was happening, and we made the best of it. It wasn't easy, regardless of the fact that we had social media, like some of the folks from the older generation want to say. It wasn't easy. We did what we could. We figured out how to work with whatever was handed to us. So I just want to say I'm really, 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 just proud to be part of this generation and to say, hey, we went into a pandemic. We lost so many people. May they rest in peace. My condolences and my thoughts and prayers to those who lost family members, who are still losing family members, because right now we're dealing with other variants of the COVID virus. My thoughts and prayers are with you guys, and I pray that you guys find comfort somewhat. Now, moving on, lessons learned. Like I said, number 1, tough times don't kill. They don't outlast tough people. Tough people outlast tough times. That's number 1. Number 2, you got to have a side hustle. You have to be able to have things that will enable you survive no matter what your situation is. So I would say skills, being able to sit down, look at a situation and say, hey, you know what? I can do this, I can do that, put those things together and survive. So yeah, definitely having skills, knowing how to do things, even during the pandemic, people weren't throwing physical parties, but people who knew how to DJ were able to DJ via Zoom. That's because they had a skill, because they had a side hustle. So, and people were making flyers because we were still having Zoom parties. One thing I learned from the pandemic leading up to 2021 is having a side hustle, having skills, even if you have to learn them. If you don't have them, it's okay. You can always learn. We have YouTube University. We have online classes now. So you can learn things if you, and that's lesson number 2. Number 3, I think I learned that we are, at the end of the day, we all need ourselves. We all need people. You cannot be by yourself. You need people. But you have to understand that before you're able to have good relationships, you need to have a great relationship with yourself. So while we were all on lockdown, when we came out of it, we all, I'm sure, came out with a bit more of appreciation for life and for others. But I feel like for the year 2021, I realized that at the end of the day, nothing is too big, nothing is too hard nothing is too much to forgive. You should be able to move on when situations happen. I'm not saying stay in a place where you're being hurt, but I'm saying sometimes we overemphasize things, and we just really just make things to much bigger than they really are. Life is very unpredictable, and so if you have people who, because we're all flawed, if you have people in your life who you can actually tolerate, who you can talk with and work things out, please do that, because you never know. Lesson number 4, 2021, is that when you fall, you can get up again, you can rise up again, and you can do much better than you did before you fell. So a lot of people came out from the pandemic. Some people closed their businesses, some people couldn't do it, people are still in search of jobs, but there are other people that came out of the same pandemic that had the same problems and have been able to continue. Some diversified their businesses, and I can say I'm one of them. Some were able to go into other fields for work, change change fields and just work in different fields. And again, some used the new acquired side hustles, to make it in 2021. And so, yeah, definitely know that falling does not mean falling or failing is not the end. You can always come back from failure and actually be better than you were before you failed. Honestly, I've lost number now. I've lost count now. I'm just gonna keep going. Another thing I learned is that if someone wants to be with you, they'll be with you. If someone doesn't want to be with you, they will not be with you. During the pandemic, people still made time, found ways to communicate, to get together, Zoom, video calls. People had movie nights on Zoom. You name it, the people we really cared about, we found ways to make sure we stayed connected, to make sure we communicated. So that taught me, especially in 2021, coming out of the pandemic, anybody that I didn't see or I didn't make time for, honestly, I didn't want to make time for. If I wanted to make time for, I would make time for you. That's just the truth. I'm sorry, it's a harsh reality, but that's what it is. Especially coming out of it in 2021, I feel like the relationships that were valuable stayed, became stronger and more enjoyable, because we now realized how fickle life is. Another lesson that I totally learned in 2021 is that you can thrive, whatever field you're in. If you are bringing value, if you're offering services that are valuable, people will go ahead and come to you and look for you and reach out to you to get those services. Because in 2021, everybody was complaining of how broke they were, there's no money, this wasn't the year of stimuluses and all that stuff, so people had extra money or whatever. No, people are broke because of the pandemic, but people were still spending money. Those who wanted to get their hairs done got their hairs done. Those who needed to get their makeups done to go out to parties got their makeups done. Those who wanted clothes, Fashion Nova didn't close. They're still selling. They're still making their money. So if you're offering a valuable service, regardless of what's going on, people are still going to patronize, you're still going to make your money. So really 2021 for me was like learning that you need to figure out what people want and provide that service if you want to make it. Another lesson that I learned, your health is very important. You need to care about your health as much as you care about everything else in your life. Like literally, guys, 2021 was the year where I was throwing some major curveballs when it came to my health. Like November was actually diabetes awareness month, and I was gonna do a video then, but I was just I was still dealing with the situation, so I didn't really feel like I wanted to go too much into it. But I found that I had very high sugar levels, pretty much diabetes high levels. And honestly, when I looked back, I had been so busy. I was running around and just eating whatever I could find, and so I felt like I didn't really care about my health that much. And so you know, it brought me to a place where I was able to reflect a bit on my habits, on everything that I was doing. And so I realized, you know, I wasn't prioritizing my health too much. So 2021, honestly, prioritizing your health, that was one of the major things for me. That was a major thing for me. So coming out of 2021, definitely my health is number one. If I'm tired, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I will not do it. If I don't feel like it, if I feel like my body is just not feeling like, I'm not coming. Not to the party, not to the gathering, not to church, not to your house, not nowhere. Because what it is I'm not even going to give you my best. So what's the point? The health, number one, not over forcing things. I think that's another one too. So many things that I used to stress about. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? Oh my God, if I don't do this, then this is not going to happen. Guys, in 2021, certain things I wasn't able to do, I didn't do them. And trust me, life went on. Life moved on. God opened doors. And I feel like life itself, like problems have a way of resolving themselves. So don't let anything kill you. Don't let anything be don't let problems be the reason why you're depressed. You don't know what to do. You feel like you're gonna die. You are not gonna die. Things are gonna fall in place. You know, things will sort themselves out. Because honestly, if you're on a sick bed, your bills, they're gonna have to wait. There's nothing else I can tell you. So definitely being prudent. That's another thing too, being prudent, because a lot of us didn't think the pandemic was going to happen, but it happened, took us all by surprise. But I'm sure that those that had, you know, saving plans in place, we're not as worried as those that didn't. So definitely coming out of the pandemic, 2021, I feel like just having a plan B for life itself. Definitely, that's a big one. Don't kill yourself, but also kind of have a plan B so that you also don't have to kill yourself even more later down the line. That's another thing. Another thing that I learned in 2021 is that you are enough. Don't beg for friendships. Don't do all of that. Don't do none of that. No matter what you do for people, people will treat you how they will treat you. If someone's ungrateful, it don't matter what you give them. They're going to be ungrateful. That's just the truth of it all. Like, that's just what it is. So don't kill yourself for people. Be who you are. You're enough. If someone really cares about you, whether you give them something or you don't give them something, they're going to be there. If someone cares about you, they like you for who you are. You don't have to change for people. You don't have to be too excessively accommodating for people. No. Do what you got to do to the best of your abilities. And whoever cares, whoever wants to be there will be there. Definitely. I feel like this is like a lesson you learn every year. I feel like it's your life. It's a lifelong lesson. Every year brings that lesson back until we get to a point where we understand it. Or maybe as human beings, we just never understand it. And, you know, life just keeps trying to teach it to us, but we don't really understand it. Or we try to understand, but we don't want to understand. I don't know what it is. But I feel like theme, you know, throughout our life's journeys, be you, do what you got to do. Those who are going to be there for you will be there for you. Yeah, and so these are some of the lessons. Definitely plans and goals for the year 2022. Honestly, I feel like it sounds like a broken record at this point every time that we as people try to make New Year resolutions. But for 2022, I'm really serious about growth. I feel like I want to grow. I want to push myself to places that I don't even think that I can get to. So I want to try to get to the, I want to be the, I want to be the best version of myself that I can ever, that I can possibly think that I can be. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm trying to push my limits. I'm trying to push myself so hard that even if I don't make it, it would be like, the saying, shoot for the moon, because even if you don't make it, you will at least have reached the stars. That's really my goal for 2022. I want to put out quality work. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to express myself. So if I'm thinking something, I'm going to share it. I'm not keeping anything in my heart. So honestly, if I say something and it offends you, it's my New Year resolution. I'm sorry. I will be myself. If I'm hurt, I'm going to speak out. If I'm happy, I'll say it. I'll support others. I'll try to, be people's cheerleaders, because, that's being a good version of yourself. You cannot just want to win by yourself. You should want to see other people win, because we live in this world with other people. How can just one person win all the time? That's not realistic. So, be there for other people, be a better friend, be a better mother, be a better partner, be a better person, be a better Christian, be a better acquaintance, be a better worker, be a better boss. In whatever I do in 2022, I want to be better. I want to be the best. I want to give it my all. So honestly, when I say this in the sense of, there's so many things I have learned. People pleasing, that's like the number one thing, where it's like, I struggle with people pleasing. But I've realized that from 2021 to 2022, I'm making that transition. I'm becoming better at that. So definitely, like I'm saying, 2022 is that year of just getting better at everything. Another thing about 2022, definitely want to travel. Like, I feel like with the pandemic coming back and variants and everything, I don't know what 2022 holds, but God willing, if there are no major lockdowns and we're still able to travel, while being vaccinated and everything, then I definitely want to travel. I want to go to places I've never been before, meet people I've never met before, and just, leave in, like, intentionally. That's really honestly, guys, that's my goal for 2022. Be very intentional about life. Yeah, and another thing that in 2022 that I really want to do is I want to be better with commitment. So I feel like I have a commitment issue. I make all these plans, and I'm really hardworking. Everybody knows I'm hardworking, but I commit to things, and then I'm not very disciplined to carry out my entire commitment. So I can make a plan, I can make a goal, I will see it through to maybe 75% of it, and then it's like, well, nobody really cares. All right, I could drop it now. So 2022, definitely be more committed. So being on time, that's part of being committed to things. Keeping my word, making sure that I try to carry out things to at least 99%, if not 100% all the time. Definitely not realistic, but at least 99%. I think 99% is a good amount to give anyone. So that also, I think that for the year 2022, I want to be able to get to the end of the year and have achieved everything that I'm gonna set for the beginning of the year. So all my plans and goals for the beginning of the year. So financially, education wise, with my job, with my family, I want to be able to get to the end of 2021, God willing, and get there and sit down and be like, oh, yes, I actually accomplished 95%. At least, let me just say 95%, if not 100%, but 95% definitely. So yeah, I think I'm rambling and ranting a lot, but just this is that video. I just wanted to come on here and just share my thoughts. And honestly, if you guys are watching, if you have any goals, any plans for 2022, feel free to drop them in the comment section. If you have any lessons that you've learned for 2021 that you'd like to share as well, feel free to drop them in the comment section. I would love to read from you guys. You know, again, like I always say, for me, this is a community that I'm building. So if you want to be a part of my community, you're welcome. You know, don't forget to subscribe so you can get notifications when I drop videos. Definitely 2022, we're doing more videos, more vlogging. I always want to vlog, so I start recording sometimes, and then when I get to the middle of the things that I'm doing, I forget about recording. So again, that's part of being committed to things. We're gonna work on that for 2022, so there'll be more vlogs coming. So yeah, that takes me to a part of things I want to do with my channel in 2022. Definitely vlogging, day in my life type things, you know, travel, yeah, like, you know, just really fun stuff. I want to do fun, so I want to have fun. I feel like for the longest time I've always been like, oh, you know, time will come. No more time will come. The time is now. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to enjoy myself, without harming anybody, without doing anything wrong. Just, you know, really enjoy life. And I feel like my vision, my goal for life generally is that at the end of the day, when I go back to my maker, I want to go back empty. I don't want anything left. Like, I would have lived life. I would have loved people. I would have expressed God's creative nature in all the gifts that he has placed in me. So totally, like, you know, just go back to God empty. And that's, I think that's in a nutshell, that is my life's motto. I want to experience everything that I was created to experience, everything that I was made to do. I want to be able to do it. So look out, guys. We're gonna have fun with the channel. I'm definitely keeping that commitment. There's no if, buts, or hows about that. You know, I had to take a break because clearly, you know, health, school, new business, I mentioned in my comeback video, you know, so there's a lot going on, but thank God we have figured it out. We're back, and we are back. This brings me to the end of my video. I know it was a lot of ranting and talking, but you know, I just wanted to come on here, share this, wish you guys a happy new year in advance. I pray that 2022 is that year for everybody, that we find ourselves, that we love ourselves, that we meet people, and just build better relationship with the people in our lives, that will love us, cherish us, and treat us the way that we want to be treated, and you know, and be contributors to our contribute to our happiness, because people can make you happy. You have to have happiness, you have to have joy and love inside for yourself, and then it can overflow and, you know, flow into your external relationships. So it's an internal job first. Happiness, joy, love, peace, all these things are internal jobs, and other people on the outside are just contributors. They just contribute to they're like the external factors that contribute to your inner happiness that you already have. They just kind of embellish it. They're accessories, you know. So definitely have people in our lives that would be accessories to our happiness, our growth, our self-love, our peace, you know, peace that, you know, literally you don't have to go to bed worried about anything, because you know that your people got you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching my videos in 2021. You guys are the reason why I'm still able to do videos, because honestly, I don't know that I know 450 people. So guys, 450 people who actually subscribed to my channel because I held you at gunpoint, or you just willingly wanted to support me. I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. You guys made my 2021 amazing. This was something I started out of nowhere, and I was like, hey, I don't know, who knows, maybe I'll have 10 subscribers and that'll be enough, and I'll just be making videos for 10 subscribers. But we're 450 subscribers. I don't take it for granted. There are people that have been on YouTube for much longer than I have been and are not even at 450. So, you know, thank you guys so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing, for commenting. I appreciate you guys. I wish you the very, very best for the year 2022. I will see you guys in 2022 with my first video of the year. For now, goodbye and take care.